You know the vibes out on this side. Yeah, you know the vibes. Been in this thing winning rings for a while. Put it to the test, I could win it in a trial. Ain't no need to flex, cause I know you see the style. Yeah, I know you see the vibes. Yeah, I know you see the vibes. Yeah, I know you see the vibes. I can't have it any other way. Want the trophy, gotta take it out my face. Yeah. You ain't serious, then get up out the way. This is really what I do, so it's more than just a game. Yeah. Top 10, not 10. Running at the score to know I'm locked in. You ain't on the team, cause you're not him. If you ain't us, then you're not them. Yeah, you know the vibes. Been in this thing winning rings for a while. Put it to the test, I could win it in a trial. Ain't no need to flex, cause I know you see the style. Yeah, I know you see the vibes. 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 I stay calm, but I'm confident. I got it, they wanted it. It's my time and I'm prominent. Why start now? Keep running it, yeah, like a running back. I just might go in it, or then I'ma run it back. They gon' wanna replay, they wanna run it back. Cause I done did it in a way nobody ever had. Yeah, you know the vibes. Been in this thing winning rings for a while. Put it to the test, I could win it in a trial. Ain't no need to flex, cause I know you see the style. Yeah, I know you see the vibes. Yeah, I know you see the vibes.
I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself. I don't need you, I do it myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Okay, dream so big that it think I'm crazy. Let out the beast, no, they can't tame me. Don't play with me, better mind your business. I cannot stop now, I ain't finished. I'ma keep on going till I got that. Okay, the way that I'ma do it, they can't top that. No way. Critics trying to hate, but I don't talk back, I know that. I know the kid with the bull, tell him all that. I'm the one that I'ma gamble on, I ramble on. I'm about to get my ramble on. And I'm the one they really couldn't get a handle on.
I'm gonna get my ramble on. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Designated Spitters, where tonight we have nothing to talk about.
Yes, that is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't even gonna lie to you. Listen,
Lord
man.
have mercy.
Listen, man. We here reporting live as we always do. Designated Spitters time. I know y'all happy. The chat is already going up. We happy to see you though. You know what I'm saying? We here. We happy to see you. Happy to be here with you guys, man.
I feel like garbage. I've been sick for a couple of days. Everybody in my household a little sick right now, which sucks because, you know, Jira's on the last couple of last week or so, last days. You know, it's kind of narrowing down here, and we both feel like hot garbage right now. But it is what it is. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gotta be a man and do it. All right?
Yeah, you do. You do.
It's how we do it at the U, damn it. Unlike the Yankees, we do things, okay?
Regardless, and not AAA things. You know what I'm saying? Big league moves.
Yeah, we don't really make minor league moves over here at the U. But what's up, chat? How we feeling out there? I see we got Tina in here, my guy Joe, Anthony Medina, the one, the only, Dave Rice. Happy New Year to you, brother. Macho King, the one, the only, Tyler Talbot, Fire Frank, Mary Ellen Ford. The flu is rampant right now, and hopefully it's not that. It could be. I mean, I've always been one of those types where I'm like, I don't know if it's flu, cold, I don't know, but.
Yeah.
You guys want to, can I tell everybody a story? How about stupid I am? Here it is. So today I wake up sick, right? I'm already sick as it is. Guess what Pete Simonetti decides is a great option for me to do today?
And you'll never guess it, guys.
No, you won't guess it. I decide today's a good day for a nice cold plunge.
Yes, he did.
You're freezing your balls off the minute you wake up. I go, you know what? My balls could be colder.
That's right. This man right here. Oh, wait, wrong one. This man. This man right here.
Look at the jerk off, folks. Jerk off. Jerk off. That's me, everybody. Connor O'Neill, Happy New Year to you, brother. And prayers for your mom, Connor. Prayers for your mom, for real. From the best of everybody here at the U.
Thoughts and prayers,
prayers for
Connor.
your mother to get
sure.
better and get strong. But you know what? I didn't know. I thought maybe the cold plunge. Yeah, I did the cold plunge sauna, cold plunge sauna, cold plunge sauna. And I thought maybe it would knock it out of me. But Jira was like, so jerk off. I said, yes. Which one did you end on? I said, I ended on the cold plunge. She goes, yeah, jerk off. And I went upstairs and took
Jerk off.
Jerk off. They're jerk offs. But everybody, I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I know everybody's kind of looking forward to New Year's. Francis, I'll share this with you. Jira started to put together, you know, like how she does a little reel, you know, your 2025 year wrap up and all that with everything that we've done. And man, you've told me this. You told me this not last year, the previous year.
Yeah.
You always say, because if you guys don't notice about me, I'm a little impatient and I've been working on my patience. So Francis, a lot of times, is able to easily bring me back by just saying, do you know everything we did this year? Like,
yeah.
It's
like,
hard. Do you know everything that we've done this year? So I watched the video already, and man, we have done a lot.
Yeah, man.
A lot.
Listen, I am anxious now that you bring it up. I'm anxious to see it. Jira does amazing work with those. So they're always special, but I'm excited to see it because you know what it is. And it's not just you. I think it's people in general, but you know, Pete is the type of person, for those of you guys who don't like, Pete is just, he's 1,000% thrown into the work. So like, he doesn't like come up, he doesn't put his head up for air and just like sit back and sometimes like, let me just look at like, you know, what I've accomplished.
I'm always looking at the next thing, which is a problem.
Exactly.
Which is a problem for me, and I got to learn to be better with that.
But I think it's a good and bad thing, right? It's a good. Yeah. I think it's because there's also some positives that come from that, where it's like, because you're always head down working. I mean, that's probably the biggest reason that we are where we are right now, on the precipice of, you know, one of our biggest years ever in 2026. So that's the positive from it. And then again, it's, you know, it's about who you got surrounding you. And I feel like that's one of my roles, is kind of just to kind of be a voice of like pause sometimes and be like, yeah, but bro, if we really look back and see all that we've accomplished, all that we've done, all that you've done, all that Jira's done, everything that we've done as a collective, it's like we're truly blessed. We have a lot to be grateful for, and we have even more to be excited about. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see the reel, and I know y'all are gonna love it.
Yeah, man, it's absolutely awesome. There's so much, and the reason she hasn't released it yet is because we got a couple of more days, and we don't know if at the end of that we'll have some baby feet kicking or something like that. So we're still waiting to see if that happens by the end of the year.
Crazy. So, that would be some ending, man. That
would be a nice ending to 2025, but we'll see where it goes. But regarding the Yankees, folks, I mean, this is where we are right now, guys. Man, oh man, I wish there was, unless you guys want to talk about the Mexican League MVP, Nick Torres, for about an hour and how he's going to help the Yankees. I mean, I really don't know what else we got right now besides a little bit of Imai news. And as A. Becker just said, I'm with him. I think Imai signs at the Cubs or the Phillies. But Francis, let's touch on what we know as it stands right now. Connor O'Neill said, "Who's Nick Torres?" Yeah, nobody really knows, brother. Nobody really knows right now.
I mean, you don't know the Mexican League MVP?
Yeah, I mean, how dare you? I mean, come on, the Mexican League MVP.
Connor O'Neill,
I saw people.
You don't watch the Mexican League,
bro? People under the comments like, if you sign a Mexican League MVP, how is it not Robinson Cano? What are we doing here? I'm like, my goodness, this is what we've become, the Yankees. Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
but
where we are.
The most recent update on Tatsuya Imai. Listen to this, folks. Imai needs to sign by Friday. This man talked to Japanese media. There's a video of him having a conversation. It's all translated. My man is sitting there saying, I don't have a single offer. Tatsuya Imai, guys, is considered probably one of the top 25, top 20 pitchers in the planet. Right now, he is on that list, guaranteed top 25, no doubt about it. And this man is sitting there. I don't even have an offer. There's nothing. I don't have an actual offer. I got interest, but I have no offer on the table right now for Imai. And the rumors are the Yankees, Phillies, and Cubs are the teams most interested in Imai today.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have an offer. He has met with some teams via Zoom. That he also did say. Never specified if the Yankees were one of them. He did say he met with some teams via Zoom. But, there's a part of me also that I know a lot of people have been saying this. Nobody signed anybody yet. Everybody's still there. And I'm like, agreed. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But is there also a part in a situation here where I am very concerned that Imai, Bo Bichette, and these guys are going to end up signing like 5-year deals and have opt-outs like after 2 years, and the Yankees are just going to sit in the sideline and we're all going to sit there and say, wow, like this team really isn't looking to win with Aaron Judge. Because if you sit this one out and your only move ends up being Cody Bellinger, guys, we haven't improved. Anybody sitting there talking, well, the team, where? Cade Winquist? That's the improvement?
I mean, you're looking at a situation where you could make the argument that they are worse off than they were last year when you put them in juxtaposition with the other teams in their division, which is a conversation that we've been having for quite a while now, that when you look at the Red Sox, whether people like those moves or not, doesn't change the fact that it made the Red Sox better.
Oh, they definitely got better.
They are a better team going into 2026. So, like, okay, the Yankees can run it back and be the same force that they were on paper, but if their nemesis, right, if their opponents have improved, then in essence, the Yankees are in a worse position because now they are facing an improved Red Sox team. They will be facing a much improved Baltimore Orioles team. They will be facing an even more improved Toronto Blue Jays team, who, by the way, are the reigning American League champions. So if you just run it back, I don't know how you look at that as even remaining on par with 2025. I think the argument can be made that they take a step back. If all they do is run it back, I feel like it really is just a step back because the other teams got better and you didn't.
Yeah. No, that's a great way to see it. You can't really just look at it like you're saying right there that, well, the Yankees got their team back. No, but you do got to look at the rest of the division.
Exactly.
And the division greatly improved. There's no doubt about that. Corinne says, where is my Imai? Nobody knows. Japan right now. David says, not surprised Munitaka Murakami from the White Sox didn't get offers till the last 2 days. So seems like they don't offer till the last day or two. Not smart. Well, that's not how it commonly goes. You've had many offers for other players that were posted. This is definitely not something that is a common trend that they just wait for the last 2 days. It's not necessarily, that has not been the same way as years ago. This offseason is weird. We even hear about Akamoto, who everybody talks so high of, and he has like 2 teams that are fighting for him right now. And that's it. And this is a guy's a Gold Glover at first base and third base, and a good right-handed bat. A lot of people project him to hit 20-plus homers, and nobody knows. There's nothing going on right now. As Connor O'Neill says, if you have, say, $28 million a year for Belly, why not call Bichette and Tucker and see if you're close? Update on my mom. She is coming home tomorrow. Me and my brother are got to pay a little money, but she is home. Well, that's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful.
Money can't come back to you, but your mother can. So knowing that she's healthy and going to be good and leaving the hospital, that's always a good sign, brother. God bless you guys.
Facts, man. God bless.
So I don't know, man. I get where everybody is. I get that there's kind of a standstill right now. I get that all these guys are still available. Funny thing is, and I guess there's not a lot to talk about, so we could jump right into this stuff.
Yeah.
There's been a few whispers and rumblings out there that if the Yankees did miss on Bellinger, that they would go after Bichette. Bo Bichette. There's been a couple of things out there, nothing really set in stone, but a lot of people believe that would be the pivot, is that they would then pivot to Bo Bichette. But again, man, I mean, look, Cody Bellinger, we've been saying this for a long time. I think me and Francis are both fans of the player. We like the player. He's not a bad guy, good defender, was a good hitter for the Yankees. But the idea that Bo Bichette is that Cody Bellinger is holding up this market, or the Yankees to go out there and make additional moves, and they're waiting and they're hopeful. They think they could get him. They don't think he's going to go to Queens because Aaron Judge wants him here. and all this baloney that's been reported. Again, I go back to the title of this. What the hell are we doing? What the hell are we doing?
Yankee Bowl. This is I mean, I think this is where Cashman kind of shows where his head is at. I think he thinks that the team I can't say that he thinks that the team as currently constituted is actually a World Series contender, right? And even if they add Cody Bellinger, I think yes, he might come out there and say that he believes that the Yankees are World Series contenders, but there's just a part of me that doesn't feel like in his heart of hearts he truly believes that. But the directives might be, coming from ownership that, listen, we don't want a high payroll. We want a lower payroll in 2026. I get it. We probably need to spend a little bit more if we're actually going to compete with the Toronto Blue Jays, with the Red Sox, with the Dodgers, if we're going to really compete with them, we probably have to spend a little bit more because of the way our roster is currently constructed. Thanks, Brian. But guess what? We've kind of made our bed, so we're going to lay in it in 2026. Bellinger's probably going to be the best that we can do. And hey, we'll hope for the best and we'll peddle to fans that we believe that this is a World Series contender, when in reality, we know, putting our head on the pillow at night, that this team is probably not going to be able to compete with the Blue Jays again. And they're probably going to do worse against the Red Sox. And they're probably not long for the playoffs if they even get there.
Yeah. And I'm with you, man. I just, God, guys, I mean, me and Jira were talking about this earlier. It's like there's never been, since I've been doing NYU, there's never been an off season where I'm like, man, we don't have nothing to talk about.
Yeah,
Ross sent me a message the other day. He's like, I think they're trying to just finish NYU, but not doing nothing. It's like, yeah, but it ain't gonna work. Like, we're gonna come on here and we're gonna talk no matter what. So,
yep.
We got another super chat here. E. Diego, my guys, says, I think also part of the problem are the agents, probable fallout from the Soto and Ohtani and Guerrero mega deals on top of the lethargic Yanks BO. But I don't necessarily think that, if anything has to do with it, I think it's next year. I think it's the lockout. I think the lockout might have a little bit to do with what's going on right now. Maybe the owners kind of sticking together here a little bit on, not blowing anybody out the water, because, as much as me and Francis were talking about this before we went live, a guy like Imai, who is such a good pitcher, doesn't have many teams with contract offers, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But then you look around and you go, well, we don't even know what Kyle Tucker's real market is. We hear about Bellinger, but we don't know. Bo Bichette. Look at Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette's a guy that if he's on the field for 150 games, he could lead the league in hits.
Yeah.
I mean, no doubt about it. Whenever the guy plays a full season, he has 180, 190 hits. Yeah. And he's sitting here looking around like, okay, he met with Boston, and then what else? Like, this has no doubt about it been one of the worst off seasons I can remember in a very long time, right?
And it's not because of a lack of talent.
No, definitely not. This is the one when there is a little bit of talent.
There's some talent there. We have, I mean, if you look towards the future, there's a couple duds, currently coming up. But this offseason, you got Kyle Tucker, Cody Bellinger's right there, Bo Bichette is up there. I mean, then you add the infusion of the Japanese talent, and Imai, Akamoto, Murakami was available. Dylan Cease signed a deal. I mean, Framber Valdez is still out there. Like, there's
Gallen
is still out there. Look, dude, there's a ton of talent available in free agency. And even if it's just speculation, there's also a lot of speculation about how much talent is available to, via the trade, and yet nothing is really materializing. And you brought up a point where I think we could, we'd probably benefit to spend a little bit of time on it, is how much the impending lockout after the 2026 season may be affecting this year's current free agent market. Because like you said, bro, we've seen some tough, off seasons or whatever, where things kind of, there's like a slog and it drags a little bit. But this is almost unprecedented in recent years to have this amount of talent and this little chatter. Like, bro, I'm not talking about like the deals happening. I get it. We saw Machado and Harper go to, February. We saw that before. But what else did we see with them? They were traveling around. They were meeting with teams. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
There was buzz. There was a narrative. You could see their market taking shape in real time. What have we seen? We haven't seen. There's no markets taking shape in front of us. All we have is speculation. All we have is what, the beat writers and the reporters and the analysts are going out there saying, but they don't have anything either. And you can tell by the way they're speaking that they don't really have anything. So
no, John Heyman is also once again just speaking for Scott Boras. It's as clear as day.
Yeah.
Come on. Well, the Yankees think there's a really good chance they're going to bring him back. And then, Aaron Judge is getting involved. And
of course,
okay.
Yeah.
Aaron
Judge is so involved. He's posting
He's
pictures of his
super
freaking dog. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? They're telling me, like, this is the thing that drives me. You talk, Aaron Judge, he's really involved or whatever. You check his IG, he's posting his dog. Like, he looks very involved.
He's posting his dog chilling. That's it.
In the Cody Bellinger market right now. Like, look, Aaron Judge he looks like he's having a decent offseason. He had a daughter, you know what I'm saying? He's probably just enjoying family time, him, his wife, his daughter, the dog, having a good old grand time. I don't know that. Listen, is Aaron Judge in the camp of bring Belly back? I would bet that he is. But John Heyman going out there and putting that, it's just like, come on, John. We know what's going on here.
John's doing his best to make it like absolute breaking news. I mean, they gotta have something out there. Let me say that Aaron Judge is
because there's nothing, and I think
there's nothing, man.
That is the truth of the matter. Like John Heyman, as the mouthpiece for Scott Boras,
yep,
he's got to try to make some kind of waves. He's got to try to make some kind of headline, get some kind of traction on Cody's name, because in reality, there is nothing. As much as they try to hype up this bidding war between the Yankees and the Mets don't seem interested.
Yeah.
I know Mets fans. I know some Mets fans who are, posting and saying, they'd like Bellinger to sign with them and everything like that. But what have we seen? What have we seen from the Mets that shows that they're even slightly interested in
nothing?
Cody
There's been, the Dodgers made a deal today opening up a roster spot. So I don't know if that has anything to do with a potential move happening and maybe Cody goes back to LA. I mean, there's definitely a spot for him in the outfield. There's no doubt about that. So we'll see if that's going to happen. But man, guys, I tell you what, this is probably going to be one of the shortest episodes of Designated Spitters that you're ever going to find. Typically, me and Francis, if there's a little bit of news out there, we'll talk a lot, but there is nothing right now. And if anybody, people have asked me a lot, like, is there good news that can come from this? And I'm like, well, everybody's available. I mean, that's the only good news I can tell you. Maybe Hal Steinbrenner one day wakes up in a different mood and goes, you know what? Let's make that deal. Or you know what? Let's do this. And then we're sitting there going, all right, cool. Look, I've been saying this the entire offseason. We could look at this team in a week and go, all right, I'm ready for spring training. I'm ready for the WBC and I'm ready. Now, look, that's wishful thinking, right? I mean, I think it's fair to say it's probably pretty wishful thinking from all of us because no sign points to the Yankees doing that. No sign points to Hal Steinbrenner waking up one day going, let's do it. Here we go. I want to go to 345. Let's get it done. The interesting thing, and again, I know a lot of people are going to say, Pete, come on, Pete, stop talking about Bo. It ain't going to happen. The interesting thing about a guy like Bo is I think you could get Bo Bichette, Francis, for maybe 5 or 6 years with an opt-out like after 2.
It's funny.
I just feel like it makes a lot of sense for a guy like him.
It's funny that you bring up the opt-out after 2 because it's something that I've been mulling over for him and Kyle Tucker.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of the teams right now, I feel like a lot of the bigger market teams right now are a little bit hesitant because of what you mentioned before, right? Impending lockout after this season coming up. So we don't know what the shape or the landscape of MLB is going to be going forward, from the 2027 season onward, right? Meaning that there's going to be new CBT. There could possibly be a salary floor. They're going to discuss a salary cap. Now, do I think that they are going to be able to lock in a salary cap? Listen, I think it's damn near impossible at this point. But, hey, as Pop Simonetti always says, stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
So I can't just completely rule it out. I know that the players are completely against it, but I mean, shit, if you get the owners to cave on a very fair salary floor, then they're going to want you to give on a salary cap. And to be fair, that is fair. Yeah. I mean, if they got a floor, needs to be a cap.
Yeah.
So
it's like sometimes you gotta compromise.
no, for sure. And I feel like those two things are going to go hand in hand, whether they're negotiated separately, which they will be at the outset. At some point, eventually, they're going to go hand in hand. And I don't think you're going to get the owners to agree on a floor if there's not some kind of cap. And now people are going to say, well, the luxury threshold has acted as a soft cap, already for several years. That's true, but it's not a hard cap for the Dodgers. They don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit.
They're
out there looking to get better, yeah.
And they're trying to get better every offseason. They're adding contracts, long-term contracts, and it is what it is. They're deferring money till the cows come home, and they don't care. So that is that's an issue in baseball. I don't want to call it a problem because I don't necessarily feel that what the Dodgers is doing is a problem.
I don't think it is at all.
The issue with it is that the other teams are angry and arguing against it because the Dodgers are exposing them.
Correct.
Because the Dodgers aren't doing anything that the other teams in MLB cannot do.
Agreed.
So we can sit here and argue all you want, but it's like, I'm sorry, I feel like those people don't have a leg to stand on, Pete. You're talking about, but they get everybody. They got a monopoly on the Japanese market or whatever. Do they? Murakami just signed with the Chicago White Sox. Okay, there's only a certain. I get people.
Yeah, that whole thing has always been a lie, though. About
it's overblown.
The Dodgers, it's completely overblown. I've argued that at the beginning of this offseason when people were saying that, I was like, that's not true. Like this idea that the Dodgers are just gonna look if there's the best players available. Yeah, they probably will go after the best player like a Yamamoto. Of course, they're gonna go after guys like that. That's available, but
now look at Imai though.
Exactly. You got Imai out there. The Dodgers don't seem to have interest. Hell, even Akamoto, they don't know if that, there's not real interest from there.
Imai flies in the face of that whole narrative for one simple thing. He says he doesn't want to play on the Dodgers. He says he wants to beat the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So you think he's the only one from Japan with that mindset? There's probably a ton of other players that feel the same way that he does.
No, there's a lot of players that probably don't want to join among the other guys and just win that way.
And look at how they're and look at how Imai's been treated for it.
Yeah.
You're going into his Friday deadline. Monday has come and gone. Essentially, you got tomorrow and half a Wednesday. Really?
Yeah, that's it. Because the New Year's are here, and yeah, man. I mean,
deadline's
it's interesting.
Friday.
His contract isn't going to be crazy.
It can't.
I mean, there's no way. There's no way Imai's going to get a contract, right?
How are you going to negotiate a $250 million contract in 3 days?
You can't. You can't because, first of all, you don't have a deal right now, so that means there's not the interest you expected. And to be fair, it's been that way with everybody. It's not just Imai. It's been that way with everybody. So what's going to happen is if we don't get shocked and Imai signs with the Yankees, we're all going to look at the contract and say, what in the hell are we doing?
Yeah,
that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to see the deal and go, wow, we sat on the sidelines for this?
Yeah.
Like, and again, let me read Rowdy's super chat real quick. And I want to just bring something up just regarding Yankee ownership here. With a lockout looming, is it possible they're looking at 26 as a punt year to reset the luxury tax and then going into attack mode when it ends? We don't know what anything's going to be.
$300 million.
That's the problem. We don't know what anything's going to be. We have no idea right now.
But $300 million is a hell of a lot of money to spend on a punt.
Exactly. Like if that was the case, you don't bring nobody back. Like at that point,
if that was the case, they never QO Trent Grisham.
Agreed.
They never
Agreed.
Grisham would have been gone. Like they wouldn't entertain Bellinger. They would literally just let all the free agents walk and would have been telling us from the outset, Spencer Jones is getting every opportunity. Jason Dominguez is getting every opportunity. Yep. Ben Rice is your first baseman. Volpe's your shortstop the moment he comes back. We're rocking with McMahon at third base, rocking with Jazz at second. We're good to go with what we got. We're rolling like that.
Yeah, I mean, they could have.
They would have even brought back Blackburn.
No.
Or who? Oh my God, who am I forgetting?
Yarbrough.
They would have. Yeah. I don't think those deals happen. If you're talking about a punt year, no. I think they said, and ERC's ready. Let's give him a shot.
And that's what they could have pushed. They could have simply said, if anybody was upset with that, they could have said, well, look, we think our pitching staff is going to take us very far. We got Garrett Cole coming back. We got Rodon coming back. We think the pitching staff is going to be what's going to lead us where we have to go. And we believe in our young players. And I've always said it, if you really believe in the young players and you want to play them, I can't ever have beef with that because that's what organizations should do. The only problem I have with the Yankees is how they've handled certain prospects.
Exactly.
Regarding others. That's it.
Exactly.
Connor O'Neill says, we can talk about the Dominican Winter League. I can't believe it.
I can't believe
Connor O'Neill has not watched one inning of the Dominican Winter League.
At all.
Connor just had to take a shot at Francis.
It's cool.
And that's it. That's all he had to do. My
He's
God.
he's standing in for Alex today. I'll take it. It's cool.
That's all right. It happens. What are you going to do? Danny, what's up, brother? But I mean, I did want to, Connor was like, yeah, no, definitely has not watched one inning of it. Just one more thing too. And man, we can beat the Yankees up on this absolutely all day long, right? Is Aaron Judge is 34 years old. It's super risky to sit there and be like, we'll take a year off and not greatly improve with this guy here. Because again, folks, remember, can I just ask everybody, please do me this favor. Remember who's been preaching this for years. When this eventually one day happens, just please remember and say, you know what? Pete's been telling us this is going to be the biggest stain on Yankee history of all time. It'll be the biggest stain on this ownership forever because I've been talking about this for a long time. If the Yankees, Brian Cashman, Fishman, Levine, Steinbrenner, even Aaron Boone, even though he don't really have anything to do with what the front office is doing and all that, but even Aaron Boone, you all are going to be looked at as the biggest friggin' losers of all time. Not Aaron Judge. I'm sorry. People are going, yeah, but Judge could have... Bullshit. Bullshit.
A bullshit.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. Aaron Judge just had a great postseason. A phenomenal postseason. The Yankees could have did a whole lot more. But. The 1 year the Yankees said, we're going to put somebody with you that could take us to the promised land. And when they made the deal, I said, World Series, here we come. They did it. Juan Soto. The Yankees then said, we'll go with Cody Bellinger and Goldschmidt. We think that's going to be good enough. It wasn't. Do you remember, Francis, the big argument that you were arguing with people on Twitter too?
Yeah.
When Steinbrenner said, well, we think these guys' productions could equal Soto. One guy. You had to get 3 dudes to equal 1? And you're sitting there bragging about it?
No,
that means you downgraded.
And people went for it. And people went for it.
They
wanted to fight me tooth and nail. Like, well, it's very possible Goldschmidt could be really good. Oh, okay. Listen, I mean, here's the thing. And only the Yankees can make me do this, right? Like, I feel like this is the only team that like can make me have to like kind of speak down on a very solid player. Like the Goldschmidt signing was a great signing. Regardless of how it looked towards the end of the year, it was a great sign. It was a 1-year deal. And what was it for? 12 million?
12 million 1 year, yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Perfect.
No, it was
and
peanuts.
It started the year really good, really solid. It was good. I feel like it gave Ben Rice a nice cushion to really like not have pressure on him right from opening day. And I think it kind of worked to perfection. When you look at the progression of first base for the Yankees over the 2025 season, it couldn't have worked out better for them. It really couldn't have. And the Paul Goldschmidt signing was right in the middle of that. So that's a great deal. But I'm also not going to be able to sit there and say like, well, you know, Goldschmidt, Bellinger, like, yeah, that's good. That's going to replace one. No, no. We're not going to lie to ourselves here. You're not going to replace Juan Soto. You can't. The closest opportunity that you were ever going to have was 2 players, right? One of them signed a $500 million mega extension with the team that he was already on in Vladdy Jr., my best friend. Love him. Shouts out to him. All right. Getting ready to do damage at the WBC. And the other one is currently still in the wind of free agency. And we have shown zero interest in that Kyle Tucker.
Zero.
So
Nada.
It just seems to me that if we're really being honest, right? And I'm going to use my patented phrase, Matt June. He always anytime he sees this phrase somewhere, sends it to me. If we're going to call a spade here, the Yankees have never been interested in replacing Juan Soto's production. They just haven't. They haven't. Let's just be real. They just haven't. And maybe that was an organizational conversation that they had where they said they got in a room and they were just like, listen, let's be realistic about it. I think to replace that kind of production, we'd have to spend a lot more than we're comfortable spending. So we lost them. We'll have to take that L and we're going to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, listen, I can't really like vilify them for that. I, you know, I think my feelings on how the Soto saga played out are pretty clear to everybody. I think, yeah, at the end, is there a little bit more that could have been done that probably should have been done? Yes, I feel that way.
And not money. And not
no,
money.
no, I'm not
Not
talking money.
That's what people forget a
Not-
lot. They think it's
no,
money,
no.
not money.
I'm not talking about money. Pete knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. It's funny because to me, it's like the money is a very different thing from what I'm talking about. I'm talking about everything else, and I think that's kind of where the Yankees took their eye off the ball. And yeah, maybe this was a lesson for the New York Yankees. And I remember Pete and myself, saying this in one of the episodes after Soto signed in Queens, right? Like, hopefully this is a lesson to them. Like, you're not the Yankees of old. That aura, that people want to be here, that they're going to sacrifice so many different things just to be here and play with you and your team. Maybe it could be a wake-up call. I mean, thus far, it doesn't seem like it has been.
No, not at all. Pablo says, you think with the lockout looming, the big free agents might sign to a shorter deal? Yeah, we were talking about possible, opt-outs after a few years and all that. I think it is actually possible. True North says the Yankees peaked in 1902. Sorry, Pete. It's over, buddy.
That's
well,
that's a little bit wild, buddy.
A little wild, but I get it.
You're a Blue Jays fan. You remember those 90s.
By the way, too, I got a problem with I got a problem with the Blue Jays. Got a problem with the Blue, and it's not the team, the Blue Jays, the bird. Stop stealing my my Chugi's nuts. All right? My squirrel friend Chugi, a fat ass little squirrel, comes to my door every day. Get some nuts from me. But the Blue Jays, they steal the nuts. And I sit there, he's flying away. I'm yelling at them. People look at me like I'm a nut job. I'm trying to give the squirrel Portuguese out, a little fat fuck. Yeah. He wants to eat a little bit. And the Blue Jays come, they take the nuts, and, it's a mess. But God forbid he takes the nuts when Chugi's around. He won't dare do it.
I think the Blue Jays are going to be taking the Yankees nuts for a long time.
I think they already have, by the way. I feel like they already have, but here we are.
But to answer that super chat, I'll give you an example of a player who I think kind of fits into that perfect, and he's a player that comes from the Blue Jays, Bo Bichette. At this point in the offseason, I can very well see Bo Bichette signing a pillow deal, much like the contract that fellow shortstop Carlos Correa took with Minnesota.
I can see that too.
After the first deals fell through with the Giants and the Mets, I think that Minnesota deal can be somewhat of a blueprint for Bo Bichette's deal going into 2026. And it's not a bad idea. It's not. If you're Bo Bichette, listen, excuse me, you're still more than young enough to secure a very long-term, very lucrative deal after opt-outs. If you sign a 3-year deal with an opt-out after year 1 and year 2, right? I mean, dude, you're talking about, okay, maybe you sign that deal and maybe you don't opt out after 2026, but after 2027, when all, when all the dust has settled from the CBA negotiations, yeah, you might opt out that season. And what's he right now? Is he going to be 27 in 2026? So now you're talking about opting out at age 29. You telling me he can't sign a long?
No, he can sign, no doubt about it. And that's what I was saying earlier too.
Yeah,
it's like even a 5-year deal to opt out after 2, and you just say, okay, it's a 5-year deal, looks nice, but you got the 2nd year opt out. And if you show you're healthy these next 2 years and you play really good, and like he said, I'll move the second base. Let's say he does move the second base, and now defense isn't as much as an issue. Well, you might have a lot more interest from other clubs out there.
Let me ask you this: Would you think this was crazy for the Yankees to do a deal at 3 years, opt-outs after all 3 seasons, obviously, well, the 3rd season being full free agency, but 3 years, opt-outs after the first 2 years, $105 million?
Why not?
You're talking about a 30. Now, don't get me wrong. I know people are going to say, well, Francis, the AAV, whatever. Yes, the AAV is high as a kite. $35 million AAV. That's a lot of money. AAV. It's a hell of a. It's more
very
than
close to what Bregman got.
Yeah,
Bregman got even more.
Yeah, Bregman got more. It's more than Francisco Lindor's AAV for people if people want to compare. It's a lot, but it's 3 years.
Yeah,
It's 3 years. And if you're the New York Yankees, you cannot sit here and sell fans that you couldn't afford 3 years at $35 million per.
and
It's not
that's
10
going to be
years, 350. It's 3 years, 105. And he could all that being said, he could leave after the first year. Like literally, like you could pay him $35 million. He could decide, no, I'm gonna test free agency during the CBT, which would be stupid. But
Yeah.
I think the smart thing would be to test free agency after the second year.
Yeah,
when the
that's
dust
why I
settles
like the
and now you get the rest of the
guarantee
money.
after the second year of an opt out is to
Yeah.
simply just have that in. You know, he's here for the 2 years. You got him. And what does that also do for the Yankees? It also allows George Lombard to potentially come up, and however you're going to pair that, if you're going to put him at second base or whatever the hell that issue is going to be, it allows you to say, all right, well, we feel we really upgraded here. It's not a long commitment. There's probably a very good chance he opts out after that second year, but this is where we are. And if hell, we want to revisit that then, we can revisit it then. And a lot of money has come off our books at that point.
Yeah.
So if this guy ends up being the second baseman we think he could be, we could also lock him in long term after that. It's not that big of a deal for the Yankees. So
No, not at all. And
I
look,
think it's a very, very good idea. And I also think the other idea comes along with that is really simple. Are you going to worry more about him or Jazz? He could be your answer immediately to Jazz. The Jazz moving on.
and Jazz is he's giving the Yankees a lot to worry about.
Oh,
this
there's no doubt
offseason.
about that. The Yankees are very
Listen.
worried. Whether you agree with that or not,
Yeah.
you know, he mentioned that it was, you know, the girl who told him to kind of put an end to it.
That was the
I
Yankees.
kind of believe it was the Yankees.
No, brother.
It's the Yankees.
Brother. You are 100% right. That listen,
It's the Yankees. Yeah,
that was the cleanup
that
of
was a
all
mess.
cleanups.
That was a
Listen,
mess.
Jazz, we love you. At
Of
MOYU,
course.
we absolutely love you. We have championed
Yeah.
you from the moment that trade was announced. That being said, brother, we know that somebody on the Yankees organization put the call in and said, my brother, this is not okay. Okay.
You
And
gotta dial this mess back, man. This is New
while-
York, brother.
while I support the swag and I support all, but it does come to a point where you do start to question. I mean, is this too much? And is the juice worth the squeeze? I mean, this guy is on social media telling people that their moms have OnlyFans accounts. Like, you can't
Yeah.
look at what, like, bro.
And even what responding to people talking about you want us to go slap this dude up and stuff
Exactly.
like that.
It's
I'm
like,
come on.
you
What
are
you
the
doing?
starting second baseman for the New
New
York,
York
Yankees,
Yankees,
Jazz.
man.
Like, I get it. I understand people are coming at you, whatever, but it's social media. And then in the same breath, you respond to somebody and you say, y'all really think that what y'all say on this app can get to me? I mean, I came from nothing and now I'm up. Like, this is not going to get okay. But Jazz, if that's the truth, then prove it. Don't I get it. And I know it's so much easier said than done to not respond to the negativity, but my brother, you literally put things into perspective, right? You're talking about a Bird app. Didn't you just propose to this girl? Aren't you making millions of dollars? Aren't you the starting second baseman for one of the most storied franchises in all of sports? My brother, you won. You won.
I was just going to
Life.
have a little pushback to what you said. I think it actually is easier said than done. When you're, look, I'm not a millionaire. No, I'm not a thousandaire. Nowhere near it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'm not 100aire. Okay, I'm just being honest with
I hear
everybody. I'll be honest with you. All right? Pete Simonetti has settled in his mind. I am not going to argue with people on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. I am not going to bring myself to have these petty ass little arguments with people you never even see in life. And if you do see them, they run, oh my God, hey, Pete, I love watching your show. Okay, cute. Yeah, good. Yeah, because now you're not talking the same way. We've had this experience before with a few people.
Time and time again.
The thing is with somebody like Jazz is everything Francis said. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Let people talk. And I get it. Nobody wants to hear Francis is a married man. I'm married. Nobody wants to hear anybody talk bad about their wife or wife to be, whatever. Nobody wants to hear that.
Not at all.
But when you're a millionaire, and you should get a very nice contract, and you should have a very long major league career, you're in great shape, You're a fun guy. Nobody ever denies that. You got no doubt about it. You got a career outside of baseball when that time comes. But I just think it's very, very easy at this point for you to say, yeah, I know you are a human and humans do make mistakes.
Yeah.
But brother, you're better than 99% of the population when it comes to a financial security and being good in life and set in stone and you made it and you did come from nothing and now you're something. Don't let the worst thing to do in that point is let people on Twitter bring you down and make you look bad, because to be honest, I think my guy Joe, the Yankee librarian, Joe Randazzo said it, and he's right. He was like, "It's not there's a no win here for Jazz. You can't win here.
No,
this is a situation you cannot win. You just got to say, I mean, I'm not going to do this. You just can't win."
You're arguing with people. You're arguing with people who have nothing to lose, and you're stepping in the ring with them with everything to lose. It's not a fair fight, but not in the way that you think. And I think that's one of the biggest issues with a lot of athletes, that because they found the success that they found in life, and because they're millionaires, and because they have the money, the cars, the fame, the adoration, all that, they feel sometimes as if they're too big to fail. And it's like, if I get into a back and forth with somebody on Twitter, I'm just going to win simply because I'm him. And it's like, no, you don't realize you're on Twitter, you're stepping in a ring where you're fighting people with weighted gloves, and you think that you're the one with the weighted gloves. And no, it's not true. It's the opposition.
That's right.
Anything you say is making you look worse. Like when I read some of those responses and those quotes, and I said, I'm like, Jazz, brother, we can't. I know that the Yankees are not happy reading
They
that.
can be. Let me ask you a question. As a Yankee fan who supports Jazz, were you happy reading it?
No.
There you go.
No, I was pissed. I mean, bro.
So imagine being the people that pay him.
Bro, let me tell you what pisses me off a lot about, because everybody knows that the moment this guy was traded here, I was one of the louder voices. We were so freaking happy about it. And since then, who's been louder than us? I mean, championing this guy, Jazz is dope, whatever. Before last season saying, he's going to have a 30-30 season. Bro, we have been on the Jazz hype train since day one. So when stuff like this happens, what do you think happens? I get a bunch of DMs like, look at your boy. Oh, is this your man's? And yeah, I don't like that shit, because it's like, that is the guy that I've kind of gone out and supported and said, nah, bro, give him a chance. But then when you go out there and you do that, it doesn't just make you look bad. It doesn't just make the team look bad. It makes all the people who have been supporting you look horrible. We look stupid as shit, because you're going and doing exactly what everybody said you were going to do when you got traded here. And yet Pete Simonetti and Francis Lee were out here saying, give the kid a shot. You don't know if him coming to the Yankees is going to, ignite something in him, change something in him, change his mentality a little bit, and he's going to stop doing some of that nonsense on social media and stuff like that. I mean, we said it, and now here we are looking stupid because he's doing
it. Was a worry.
And he's doing it worse.
And again, it was the same worry with Marcus Stroman. And Stroman, it's you know what's scary about this? It's a bit of the same. Hey, it's all baseball from here out. Well, that didn't last too long.
No, it didn't.
You remember Marcus said that? Well, then what happened? It went away. It changed up quick.
Real quick.
Once it started going downhill a little bit, oh no, here it came again. And I'm worried that we're in for the same cycle with a guy like Jazz, who has such a bright future ahead of him. The last thing you want to do is turn teams away, because it's like, I don't know if I want to deal with all that. Like, is it worth it to deal with that? Like, is the talent on the field really worth that? And Jazz is such a good player. I don't think it would shock anybody if Jazz could be a 40-40 guy. I mean, that shouldn't shock not one person, because
he's got the talent.
The level of talent is obviously there, but I don't know what the Yankees' plans are, but I don't know how much I don't know if there's any talk among the organization. Nobody knows, by the way, what the hell the Yankees are up to. Is there anybody out there talking and saying, hey, that Bo wants to play second base? I think he's smarter for this organization long-term than Jazz is. Why don't we just do this now when he's available? Because in reality, who's the second baseman going forward? If we decided, hey, we're not going to, like Francis has said, if your idea already is we're not going to pay this guy, well, who the hell is your second baseman?
Exactly.
And I don't know I know free agency is not great next year, but who's the second baseman? Like at this point, maybe we'll trade for Brendan Donovan. I'd be dealt. He'll eventually be dealt somewhere else. Let's be honest. And probably not the Yankees. He'll eventually be going to another club, and it probably won't be the Yankees. So at some point, you got to sit there and go, I know we do want to look at this year to year. I get that, but we might have to start thinking about what's 2027, what 2028 is going to be. Certain players, we got to think that way. Because again, this window is indeed closing. You get a guy like Bo Bichette, and it makes you a better team.
Tomorrow.
It makes you a better team
Overnight.
immediately. And there'll be people that will argue, well, I think Jazz is better than Bo Bichette. Or I think Jazz has more upside and potential than Bo Bichette. Fair game. And I understand where you come from, the power department, but that's not necessarily what the Yankees need. And that's my beef with it. I do believe, I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Maybe somebody could verify this with me. I still think Bo Bichette, even with his horrible defense, had a better WAR than Jazz did. Even with his horrible defense that everybody tends to talk about. I think he did. I could be wrong on that, though. So fact check me live here. But, you know, he fits what the Yankees need more. A guy that can take a 98-mile-an-hour fastball inside and get a base hit the right field. A guy that absolutely obliterates the ball with runners in scoring position. Obliterates the ball. I mean, you're talking about the best in the game with runners in scoring position. Man, the Yankees could use that in front of Aaron Judge. They could use a guy that gets on at a 370% clip in front of Aaron Judge. Yeah. You don't need all these other guys that are doing, hitting 40-plus homers a year, 35 homers, this and that, and they bat 210 with runners in scoring position. You don't necessarily need that. So I don't know if that's been a topic of conversation, but like Francis said, the longer this goes, you might have some plans that open up that you weren't thinking about.
And that's kind of the only silver lining to the way that the offseason has gone, is that we're at the stage that we are. There's still so many names out there. There's still so many rumors about other names that can be traded. And yeah, nothing's really happened yet. So you don't know what's going to open up. I fact checked on the B-War baseball reference. Bo Bichette had a 3.5. Jazz was at 4.2. If somebody wants to look up the Fangraphs WAR, which is always different, you can see if it was different there. But
so very, very close for a guy with horrible defense
and who missed a shit ton of time.
And missed a lot of time.
Jazz was available most of the year. But I think when you speak about Jazz in that regard, I think sometimes people they kind of lose sight of the argument, because it's not when you compare the players, right? I don't think there's anybody in baseball that looks at the totality of both players, Jazz Chisholm and Bo Bichette, and doesn't lean Bo Bichette. And it's not as much of a knock on Jazz, but it's just what Bo Bichette does with runners in scoring position, what Bo Bichette does from the right side of the plate. And now people are going to say, well, right side of the plate. Yes, baseball has seen a very, very, very heavy shift in terms of right-handed hitters, left-handed hitters. Look at the situation with the Yankees. The Yankees are literally at a spot where they are too left-handed right now.
Yeah.
Okay. This is, a lot. Look,
created by Brian Cashman, but he's talking about it.
Bro, if you did a list of your top 10 hitters in baseball, you would be probably shocked at how many were left-handed. I'm just gonna I'll go out there and put that out there, because
no doubt about it.
Right-handed hitters, Aaron Judge is right at the top of that list.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's there with Judge right-handed.
No.
The next people who are closer to Judge are both left-handed, Ohtani and Soto.
Yep.
And then after that, where are we going? Mookie's not there anymore. Mookie's still very good.
There's not really anybody that's totally up there. I know people might throw Mike Trout out there, but Trout's never on the field. One, you got Pete Alonso, you got Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah, and to me,
then you got some switch hitters, but other than that,
switch hitters,
pure right-handers.
The switch hitters, yes, but a lot of those switch, like for instance, Francisco Lindor, switch hitter, great hitter, better left-handed.
Yeah.
Ketel Marte, another switch hitter. Who I always like to throw Ronald Acuna Jr. in there. I know he's had some years where, the health has been an issue, but
when he's on the field, he's one of the best in the game.
I was sending Pete videos the other day of what he's doing in Venezuela currently, and I was just like, man, I love watching this kid play. Like when he's healthy and he's in his right faculties, this kid is a monster, man. He is, to me, he has the potential, and fight with me, argue with me if you want, but to me, he's the only guy that I see that has the potential to be that right-handed bat right after Aaron Judge in terms of that conversation of the top hitters and stuff like that. He has,
as long as he's healthy, he's there.
He's so freaking good.
Yeah.
The way he hits the ball, I mean, you just see it. Like I feel bad for these pitchers over there. I'm like, dude, don't even throw to this guy. He is he's obliterating, and it's dead center, Pete. Like,
yeah, he's just going dead center like it's
pulling him.
nothing.
It's dead center,
And it
like
looks
it's nothing.
It looks like he's just doing it with ease. Like it's like I'm, this is nothing. This is a joke. Like, this is just fun for me at this point.
Uncle Ted, you're missing the argument completely. You're saying pure numbers. There's way more right-handed pitchers.
Yeah, he's not understanding what we're saying. I could tell. That's why I didn't even address it, because I could tell you're not understanding what we're saying here. We're not.
Yeah.
You're missing the point.
I want pull side lefty, but yeah, we have
that.
We have
up and down the order. We have that.
Pull side lefty bats. I mean, Ryan McMahon is a pull side lefty bat. Ben Rice hits pulls. I mean, you had Cody Bellinger there last year.
Even Trent Grisham.
You got Austin Wells. You got Trent Grisham there. I mean, how many of those do you need? Now you have that. Now tell me on the right. Can you tell me on the right-handed side for the New York Yankees after Aaron Judge, who's the guy? Anthony Volpe. Are you comfortable with that, Uncle Ted?
Yes.
Are you
That's great.
Are you comfortable with Anthony Volpe being your second best right-handed hitter on the team?
Kidding me? The guy's phenomenal.
Because I'm not. I'm not comfortable with that.
He was the best guy around.
He was the what?
Danny says the biggest MLB news I've seen in the last week is Jazz fighting people about the situation at Lindor buying a $21 million house in NYC. I'm done with this offseason. Well, if this was a Mets podcast, trust me, Francisco Lindor would not be a fan of Pete Simonetti, because that's Juan Soto's team, damn it. That's all there is to it. And I'll just leave it there. I don't got to go much further on that. I've talked about that before already. But yeah, that was Gates of Above. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. But guys, we're going to get ready to wrap up. Like I said, not a long episode today. Not a lot of news out there. If there is any breaking news, you guys already know, man, I'll be here for you. And that's it. We'll be here. We'll be live. If there ever is, and I just want to keep repeating this, if there ever is, like, oh my God, Cody Bellinger signed, but Pete's nowhere to be found. Pete's probably with his wife, who will probably be in labor, if that's the case, if I'm not live. If you guys do see that happens and I'm not live, be like, oh shit, the baby must be on the way, because that's more than likely what's happening. There wouldn't be a situation where, knock on wood, nothing else bad happened, God forbid, but if something breaks, I should be here. And all that. EMI, will I be live Friday for the EMI deadline? Brother, we don't know what the hell is even going on. We don't even know what's going on. EMI don't even have an offer yet. So if news did pick up on Wednesday or something like that, saying that the Yankees are considered the favorite by like maybe a Ken Rosenthal or somebody else, or he could be close to a deal, I'd go live if it's not specific, but it says, the Yankees and this team are the finalists. He's expected to make a decision. Yes, there will be an EMI watch, no doubt about it. But yeah, William Henry, that is the right thing to do. Check Instagram for Little Minetti news. It'll be all there, and all that stuff. It'll be fun. But yeah, man, that's all I have, guys. There's nothing going on. We just got a couple of super chats quickly here. Jonathan Alvarez, our good friend, says Bichette is the answer, in my opinion, even over Belly. Like many of us, I watched the World Series. Yeah, it's Bo. Hope everyone has a happy new year. God bless you all. God bless you too, brother. David Mize says, Francis, if Pete not there, would you go live? Well, he can't, because I'm the one who has to do it. So he would. He would.
I would 1,000% do it for you guys. And if
we would, but it's done via YouTube on this side. So
it's the way that we,
and it's OBS and all that stuff. He would have to go live like on Zoom, and I would flip shit if I ever saw anything like that.
If that was the content we were putting out there,
yeah, we can't.
He would lose it. But
I wouldn't be the happiest guy in the world. No matter what. God bless JRP, the baby. Appreciate you, brother. But no, Francis 100, and hopefully next year in the future, stuff like that. Maybe we make that work. Where
listen. 2026 is gonna be a big year for you guys. Trust and
huge.
Believe. We've never not delivered for you, and we plan to deliver in a very big way in 2026.
Oh, in a big way. 2026 is going to be gigantic
for
the U. Put it that way, guys. There's no question about that. Diego, brother, no smash up pass today. We got some stuff we got to attend to. So it's going to be a short episode either way, no matter what.
Rack them up for the first smash up pass of 2026, guys.
Yes, please. Because nobody has them. Like, we go on, it's like, okay, we're going to play, and then nobody has smash or passes for us. I think we've done a lot of the good ones already. So
yeah, so get ready for 2026.
Yeah, get them ready. Have a little list for yourself. You can always email me the list, and
And we can prep for it. Yeah, sure.
We'll go from there. Oh, some quick news, merchandise-wise. They're sold out. They're sold out, folks. We sold the last one today, right before we went live. So no more NYYU hats are in stock right now. But I do have good news for you. They will be again in the coming weeks. A different style that you guys are going to absolutely be bonkers over. They look unbelievable.
Can't wait.
So with that being said, folks, peace out. Until next time. Francis, go ahead, man. Do the thing. Take us out of here.
You already know, baby. Keep it locked and stay tuned. Make sure you guys are following NYY Underground on Instagram. That is where you get the best updates for NYY Underground and all things NYYU, and probably where you will get that first announcement of
Definitely
Simonetti, which I know a lot of you guys are waiting for. So make sure you do that. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video. If you haven't already, hit the like button on the way out. And remember to keep it locked and stay tuned, because the next episode of DS will in fact be the best episode, and it's going to be the first episode of 2026. So you're not going to want to miss that.
Wow, what date is that going to be? That's what,
like
January
2, 3, 4.
what?
It'd be the 4th, I think.
Oh, matter of fact, we'll talk about that. We may not be able to have an episode then. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. But with that being said, guys, much love to all of you. Peace out. You know we will never come whack on a Designated Spitters track, baby. Peace out, guys. Talk to you next time.
We got it next. That's how you finesse. We come for they next. We come to collect. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Now they calling my phone, yeah. But I'm all in my zone. They not a threat. Tell them reset. When they're at their best, we still not impressed. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Bought a watch with the stones, yeah. Caught them watching my throne, yeah. Ain't no one doing the shit that we doing. Ain't nobody moving the way that we